Hello viewers and welcome! This is Zombie Zoo Part 6. We are playing Cata DDA. Yeah, we're following the adventures of Gale, our hero. And it's in the morning, day 3. He just woke up, he did have his first smoke. And now he's thinking, what are the plans for today? How to make the most of it. It is rainy outside, one thing, one of the main objectives of today is to check that fire truck, because Gale thinks these firefighters, they must have some good gear, something that can help me. And when I'm close here, and if the air is clear, I will continue to the north and loot these houses up here. These are two residential houses plus a coffee shop. If we manage to achieve this, we will push forward. If we still have a daylight on us, we'll try to sneak into the bakery and into the garage. Now this is really a pretty long shot because it's quite deep in the city center, so we may have to retreat before we reach that. But that's just the idea, the direction where we want to go, and why we want to do this. Well, the garages can have a number of useful things. We can find a welder there, we can find a screwdriver. We don't even have a screwdriver, a wrench. We need some basic tools to build things, to mend things, to deconstruct things. It's it would just mean more efficient way of going about, and we could probably fabricate some more items if we had some tools. So that's the general plan. But Gale also remembers that when he was returning home last night, just very close, next house from here, the next house west from here, a strange creature appeared from the night right in front of him. So he was so afraid he decided he wants to run, and this was probably a wise decision. But he just doesn't feel confident. He doesn't feel safe, not knowing what is out there. So the first thing he will do, even before he heads north, he will go back to the shelter. Oh, there's a lot of smoke out there. This is the remains of our joint that we so enjoyed in the morning. We will put the joint down, the roach, and so that we don't get tempted to have one more while we're out and about. I think one is more than enough for Gale. Let's check the other items that we're carrying. We still have 5 2x4s on us. Well, that's something we can safely put down. So he wants to check the perimeter of the house, especially the southwestern part. When he saw that creature, we know that it was a shady zombie, but Gale is not quite sure what this was. So he will take this starter pack and disassemble it. If the label is right, we will get a number of guns from this. Disassemble. You can't see to craft. Okay, so we need to go outside in the sunlight and disassemble this. Disassemble it. Yes. And we got, yeah, we got a oh, no bullets, really? Okay, so we did get a number of, we got a holster, which is very useful. We got a very useful book that we can read. And I think this one will just give us some more knowledge about how to handle guns and such. So we will pick up all this. I was hoping for some bullets. Did we get any bullets with this? No, it's just guns. So we have the guns, but no bullets. So this gun requires 45 caliber. So we need some 45 caliber bullets if we can find them. So we will go back. We will put the guns with these bullets over here. There's no point carrying this around. We will also put down, where do we have our clothes pile? This is not the there are two pieces of clothing, so we need to have a separate pile for clothes, which means I will quickly put towel and bandana next to this this pile over here. This is where we will keep our spare parts, and this is where we will keep our clothes. And I will put the holster down. We don't need to have the holster right now because we don't have any gun, a working gun to put in it. We will put the batteries nearby, and we will put this book on the counter. This is for later, for the evening to read. And we also got a firearm repair kit. So if we ever need to repair a gun, we will have all the tools we need. Perfect. Now, we want to check the perimeter of the house. Yeah, I think it's okay. The only problem Gale has right now is that he's encumbered. So it looks like that the joint effect is not there anymore. It is raining outside, something that Gale really doesn't like, but let's check around the corner. Nothing down here, so I think it's safer to try to go through. Oh, this is very bad. Feral hunter. How the hell did this happen? Where was this the creature that was chasing us in the night? I don't think. Gale remembers this is a slightly different creature. Something that is scrambling about on all fours and has some very sharp teeth. Now, this is something we will need to handle, I think, because it will break down the doors. We will start running. Gale will step out of the door frame and close both doors, then run if he can. So close this door and close this door. Now we will run and take down our makeshift sling. We'll put down the makeshift sling. We are a little bit better. We will even put down, because this thing is fast, we will even put down the fanny pack just to have a little bit more, more agility on the torso. And yeah, this is really what we can do. We will go back outside. Maybe the creature didn't really saw us, so we will go down. Remember, Gale's, if the creature wants to be locked inside the house, that's okay for Gale for now. So we may be spotted through this door. We were not spotted. Gale approaches slowly, and now he will peek across around this corner. He does remember seeing that creature in the night, and nothing. Not a single creature out there. So Gale wonders, what was that zombie? What was that creature that appeared? It happened right here. Right here. So Gale was so frightened, she jumped back through the window, and he did hear the creature following him. So all he can conclude that this is the creature that's now locked inside this house. This is the creature that was chasing him. And he just couldn't imagine that he would have such a dangerous creature right next to his house. Or maybe it was definitely here where it happened. So let's go slowly. Let's check the other edge of the house just to be sure that there's nothing out there. No? There is an eyebot to the east. But the eyebot is okay. So... Oh! Wow! How did this happen? The feral hunter is right on us. Now Gale really needs to think about this. And we were walking, so we're out of stamina. Gale was running around the house for no reason. The only thing I can remember, I can think of, is just step back. This thing will catch us for sure. We will need to fight, stand and fight. Our shirt is cut. Did we damage this? It is moderately injured. Let's try to step back. Our left leg, the Feral Hunter hits our left leg. This is really bad. We were out of breath. We are blinded as well. Our mask is gouged. Really terrible fight, but Gale needs to continue. Yes, he does hit the Feral Hunter for 27 damage. I think he just needs to continue. There's no point stepping back. This creature is too fast. Yes. What happened? We are blinded again. Our side returns. We did hit the creature again for 26 damage. How does our shirt is nearly completely destroyed. Our mask is gouged. But there's no other thing to do than simply thrust this creature again and again and again, and the Feral Hunter dies. Yeah. Whew. So Gale thinks to himself, this was too close. This was simply too close. He did learn a bit more about dodging, so he's level 1 in dodging now, which is good, but he should really be more careful next time and make sure that he has the stamina when walking about. We will pulp the corpse. We got a filthy saxophone. We will just leave the saxophone out here. Maybe I will just separate. If I ever need a saxophone, I will put it separately so that we see it, and we'll take the cash card. So now our pain is up. We need something to. We will take one codeine. It's a pain suppressor, just to keep the pain down. Whew. Finally back and safe, breathing heavily and deeply. Gale slowly crawls back into his shelter, saying to himself, please be more careful next time, because you see now how quickly things can go wrong. He was lucky this time, but he may not be so lucky next time. So, but times are tough, and Gale decides to move on, complete the plan that he set forth. So he will take any plastic bottles that he has and bottles of clean water with him. So he only has one plastic bottle, and maybe he'll take one plastic bottle of water just in case if he's thirsty. He will also take with him the cooked meat. Yeah, this is so he has water and meat. He has the plastic bottle. He knows that he will fill up the plastic bottle in the pool, so that he has he has some clean bottle when he returns. And yeah, Gale just needs to stand still for a bit to get his breath back. So we will wait for him. Right, a little bit more. Okay, that's okay. We have our breath back. We will pick the fanny pack and wear it. And we will pick the makeshift sling. Yeah. Luckily we didn't have the makeshift sling on. If we would have that thing on, this would be even worse. So the result out of this fight was almost destroyed shirt, which we can try to repair in the evening, but now, not now. Do we still have a hoodie on? Yeah, we still have a hoodie. So we have a hoodie, but of course the shirt is destroyed. So Gale decides to move a bit more carefully right now to the north, where he saw the fire truck. And he really hopes that this vehicle will help him. He did find some gasoline on the ground. There's nothing in these lockers. Oh, he sees something in the cabin. A large fire extinguisher. This can be good if we can disassemble it for... We will get a rubber hose, which is good for siphoning fuel from cars, and a steel jerry can. So Gale decides to take the fire extinguisher with him, but he is really disappointed by this car. He did expect some gear. Looking at the car itself, it's got gasoline and battery, but again, the problem is that this truck doesn't have any wheels, so unfortunately it is not drivable. Let's check the car next door. What's in this car? A screwdriver! Hooray! This is the best what he wanted. Yeah, but it's actually it would be over the limit. If we take the screwdriver, we can't. It's funny. Can we? It looks like that this fire extinguisher is so big that we can't carry anything else but this. What if we wield the fire extinguisher? Let's wield the fire extinguisher and pick the knife spear. Now I think we can pick the screwdriver. Yes, but in this, well, maybe since we are here, we can also fill the bottles with water. Carefully, there's a zombie child. Gale can see the zombie child, but it's far to the northeast from here. Let's check it. He does see this zombie child here, but the zombie child is far away, so he feels safe to quickly go here and pour into containers the water. One plastic bottle. He will try to drink the other bottle if we can. And now he has another bottle that he can fill in with this pool water. Yeah. Now he has 2 plastic bottles of water, and now it's time to head back. Put this fire extinguisher. Store it into the shelter. I will put it over here. This thing needs to be disassembled, but I think, well, maybe I should check. This thing requires a wrench, I think, to disassemble. But let's unload the rest of the things. Let's unload the water. So we have two plastic bottles of dirty water. We need to be aware of that. This is dirty water. It's not something to drink. We need to cook it first. But with a screwdriver and a hammer, we can now disassemble furniture and get much better yields from that. Let's wheel this. I'm curious. Can I disassemble it? No, we need a wrench to do this. So put it on the ground, wield the knife spear, and continue the adventure. Go back to the north. The Gale sees that the air is clear. The only thing he can see is a bat. This building over here, what is this building over here? Is another house that he hasn't looted yet, and he sees something like a shirt, and his shirt is nearly destroyed, so he is tempted to jump in. And it is a sports jersey. This sports jersey doesn't fit Gale, so he thinks maybe it's better to leave it. Yeah. He opens this door. He sees a shady zombie, a creature very much similar to what he met when he was returning home last night. This is the creature that frightened him so much. This creature appeared out of nowhere in front of him, and he decided to run, and now he knows it was a good decision. This is a bathroom over here. I think we can move a little bit forward. He only sees a shady zombie. Shady zombie doesn't seem to be interested in him. Maybe he doesn't see him or something like this. Gale doesn't know. We will move slowly and carefully. He finds a glass jar of pesto and a dust mask. Useful things. And a frying pan. A frying pan is probably not required at the moment. He has a lot of cooking utensils. So Gale closes the curtains and closes the door. What is this thing over here? A pair of flip-flops. This is something that can be useful for materials. He just doesn't see himself walking around in flip-flops. But if we cut the flip-flops, we do get one plastic chunk, and this may be useful for something in the future. Gale decides to investigate the house thoroughly, and he doesn't find anything else but some blankets and bed. And yeah, he will close the curtains, but he finds a staircase leading down in the basement. And he would like to investigate the basement. He never been here, so maybe the basement has something, but before dropping into the basement, he will leave the makeshift sling over here, and he has a head torch if the basement is dark, so that he can, yeah, it is a dark basement, so he decides to turn on the head torch. He sees the two wooden doors in front of him. He waits a little bit and listens. He puts his ear next to the door, and he cannot hear anything, so he decides to open the door. And yeah, this is a basement. He sees a basement and it looks empty. There's no sounds, nothing in sight, nothing dangerous. Oh, and he sees a gun. Wow. Yeah, we will see. I mean, the guns are not that useful in this game, you know. Shooting the gun in the city is just an invitation for the zombies to come get you. But this is a Glock 22. It's a 40 caliber gun. It's something that maybe he can use in the very dangerous situation, just like the situation he was a couple moments ago, where this feral hunter attacked him. So he will definitely store the gun, take it with him. A floodlight, probably not useful for Gale since he doesn't have any means of producing electricity. A Top Gear magazine. What is this? Aluminum keg. This is very good. This is much better than the gun, because if we fill this aluminum keg with water and we drag it into our shelter, we will have water supply for days, for years. So this is something we want to do. This is our immediate project. A glass bottle, also useful. What is here? Erotic novel. Well, there's nothing erotic in this world for Gale, so maybe not. Let's not tease the bear over there. Is there another bottle? Another bottle. Yeah, bottles are very useful for storage, for liquid storage. So now Gale, what we will do, we'll this aluminum keg. Oh, we can't pick up the knife spear, really? Let's at least drag this keg. It's a little bit dangerous since Gale doesn't have any weapon on him at the moment, but we will put this keg over here. We will go back and pick up the spear. Yeah, spear is spear is Gale's survival. So if he loses the spear and meets the zombie, it's more likely a game over for Gale. So we do have other items, so it's probably best if we run back to the shelter. I assume that there are no hostile zombies around these places, so we can move a bit faster now and just unload what we looted. So we did get another book, which we will put here on the counter. We do have more containers, 2 more glass bottles, some materials, which is this plastic chunks and the long string, a glass jar of pesto and a lot of cooking. What do we have to this is rolling paper. Okay, so we will put all these items. Yeah, we will even put water here and meat for now, because we will return here, so there's no need to carry this around. But we will have the dusk mask on us if we meet a zombie that exhausts dust. We can use the dust mask. Now Gale also has a Glock 22, so this is the opportunity to put on holster, wear the holster around his waist, and put Glock into the holster. Right, so now he's wearing his gun safely stored in Glock, and like this, the gun is quickly available if he needs it. So we will return now. We will go first, pick up the keg. This will basically solve Gale's water problems for, I won't say forever, but for a very, very long time. We will wheel the keg. We will go to the pool, fill up this keg with pool water. And now we have now 50 liters of pool water in this keg. You can see how big this keg is. You can't even see Gale. We will. Wow, what do I see? Oh wow. So as Gale is stumbling about and carrying this heavy keg, a feral runner comes running around his shelter. Yeah. This is, and Gale just knows he needs to react now. It's now or never. So he quickly drops the aluminum keg. The question is, he could use the gun or he could use the spear. The question is, what would be better? He decides he will go for the spear, cause gun is loud and we did clear the area a little bit, but still the gun can be heard a few blocks away. So to be honest, and the problem is that he can't really kite this creature anywhere. The creature is closing on him. It is, so maybe the gun is better choice. Gale thinks about and now 24. It's a 40 caliber Glock. Gale doesn't have any experience shooting guns. So I guess we can try. Let's activate the holster and wield the Glock. We wield Glock. This was a quick action because we pulled it out of our holster. I will actually move towards the creature just because I want to get away from the center of town, not to attract too many zombies. And Gale starts to aim. He pulls his gun out of the holster, aims at this creature. His hand is shaking. He's shaking too much. But as the creature moves closely, he feels more and more confident that he will hit this thing. And he decides to fire. He shoots the feral hunter for 32 damage. He continues to aim. He wants to pull another trigger. He decides to fire again and again, and he kills the creature. Now this is all good, but he is now concerned that these shots made a sound of 100 tiles away from, so he could easily be heard about 2-3 blocks from here, and zombies are attracted to noise. So he quickly pulps the creature. He waits a little bit and checks if there's anyone coming, and he sees no one, so he is quite... Let's wait some more. I just want to be sure that nobody is... we didn't attract... Oh, he sees a zombie child coming for him. Yes. No, but no. Zombie child stopped. He did got distracted up here. Or, yeah, he is actually locked in this... behind this fence. So Gale decides to continue with his job. He drops the knife spear, picks up the knife spear, and just continues, stumbling as he walks with this heavy keg. There is 50 liters of water, very useful addition to the shelter. And he decides to put this water right next to the fireplace. He is breathing heavily because this is a very, very heavy piece of item. So yeah, so wonderful. We have water now. We did kill another creature. Man, it's very dangerous outside. These zombies are coming out of nowhere. So he wields the knife spear. He did get a little bit sidetracked, to be honest. But do we have a... Oh, he will pick the cooked meat and water and one plastic bottle of clean water. So he knows this was just a side mission. He didn't really count on this, but the opportunity with that aluminum keg was so good, so he had to take it. Well, it appears that the shot attracted a shady zombie, and you know what? And now Gale cannot find his sling. He probably left it in the house next door, so he thinks it's better to get rid of this shady zombie. But of course he needs to get his stamina back. Okay, his breath is back, so he will continue and try to remove this threat. This is a threat over here. Shady zombie, this is the creature that attacked him in the night. So he doesn't want to be surprised anymore. He wants to fight this creature on his terms during daylight. Wow, it looks like that creature, the hunter, just broke down the door. That's why he attacked Gale outside. He will kite this creature somewhere where he can catch it behind the bush like this. This is more safe. And he spears the creature for 20 damage, and again, and again. Yep. And the creature dies. And the creature has nothing on him, so he just continues. He still didn't reach the objective. The objective was this fire truck, to be honest, but he knows that he needs to push on. He would like to reach these houses and a tea shop and a coffee shop. He wants to have a coffee in the morning, if possible. He sees the zombie child. It's one zombie child in the park. So, well, you know, it is safely contained in this fence. So Gale just wants to take a peek up here. It looks fairly safe, but he is approaching carefully. It looks fairly safe. There's no zombie in sight. The houses look empty, but can this be deceiving? He sees a tough zombie in the distance. Let's try to break into the first house over here. He uses the crowbar on the door, breaks into the house. There is more food probably. So we will just quickly check if this is something that we can use, but we will not be able to load a lot of another gallon jug of vinegar, potato chips, apple cider, pickled veggies. Yes, a lot of food over here. The problem is that Gale forgot to pick up the sling, so oh, another marijuana. Gale will for sure take this. Pair of winter boots that fit. What kind of shoes do we have? Normal boots. And Gale notices a shady zombie in the distance. There is actually multiples of shady zombies, and he knows that fighting these creatures in the shade is not good. So he quickly picks up the telescoping umbrella and decides to run out of the building, because it's just safer and better to fight these creatures in the light. And he notices shady zombie. He stabs shady zombie a couple of times. He stabs back, and the shady zombie dies. Perfect. I think there are more, but I'm not sure if he can hear shady zombies, but he doesn't want to go into this. Well, you know, he decides to turn on the head torch. Because yes, this is where this guy is hiding. Let's run back. And yes, shady zombie is down. We can turn off the head torch now. Let's see what we can pick up here. A flyer. What about here? A tool belt and a hard hat. Wow, this is very good. So we will wear a tool belt. Oops, there is something making noise outside. We will take down the turban, and we will wear a hard hat. Yeah. We will drop the turban. And we are slightly out of breath, but we want to... There's something making noise outside, and Gale just doesn't want to take any chances, so he decides to book it. Anyway, we are at our storage capacity, I think. We could still pick a little bit more volume if we wanted to. So Gale decides to move on, push on, and investigate. He sees a tough zombie in the distance. And a house that is completely destroyed. And he thinks, well, this is not good. This can be very bad for me, so he decides to run away. Run away, pick up the sling he left behind. Maybe pick this sports jersey for the future. Yes, there it is. Wear the sling. move back home. Okay, so viewers, here we are in the middle of day 3. We did manage to meet a few objectives. We did check the fire truck. We did fill the aluminum keg with water, which means we are fully supplied with water now. We can cook, we can drink, we can use water for various purposes. We will the northern side looks a little bit dangerous because there were some buildings completely destroyed, and this can mean that there are some very strong zombies walking around and about, and Gale doesn't want to meet them just yet. So this will be the something to consider and decide in the next part. For now, I am signing off, and I will return shortly. If you like the video, please like this and subscribe. It does give me a signal that I should produce more of it. Until next time, take care and bye bye.